Hi everyone, my name is Ivy Watts. I am 20 years old and I am from Bishopville, South Carolina. So you just kind of get a feel of who I am. But the purpose is to show what I think is important for teachers to do, kind of how I plan to be a teacher and what I want my classroom atmosphere to be like. It's also going to include some of the points about technology and how I want to use technology in my classroom to help reach all kids of all ages, and just help them grow and prosper as people. So kind of to start about where I'm at now, I graduated high school from a small private school in Bishopville. My class only had 25 kids in it. I'm now a junior at Francis Marion University pursuing a degree in early childhood education. After I graduate, which is supposed to be in May of 2020 if everything goes as planned, I hope to teach maybe first, maybe third grade. I'm not 100% sure yet. At first, I would have my heart set on first grade. Wanted first grade, no question. Then I got into the third grade classroom with one of my clinical experiences and fell in love with it. I love the kind of relationship you can have with third graders and how mature they are compared to what I've seen in first graders. So that's kind of unsure yet, and obviously teaching such a young grade, there isn't really a subject area specifically. You kind of teach all things all day, every day. So yeah, that's just kind of about me and kind of what I want to do and how I hope my education at Francis Marion does take me along the way. Okay, I am now showing the Francis Marion website. I'm taking you to the School of Education page. This page has all the things such as the requirements to get a degree. It has the courses that are taken, what the qualifications, what's expected of education majors. I'll also link this page below in the description box, so you have access to this page so you can kind of see Francis Marion and kind of what it's about with its education program. So the next thing I want to talk about is my beliefs and how I want to set up my classroom in a sense. I really feel like teachers and people in general don't realize the impact that teachers have on children. You know, you come across kids at such a young age, at such a start of life, all different walks of life. And I feel like as teachers we can reach so many children. You know, whether they are wealthy, whether they are in poverty, different races, different genders. And I want my classroom to just be a place where everybody's welcome. A judge-free zone where you learn but you have fun doing it. Where, you know, the teacher is respected and everybody is respected. But with that sense of respect, there's also a sense of family. And that the students have me not only as a teacher but also as a friend to them. And that they can come to me with anything. As a teacher, I hope and I pray that my classroom be a place where there is no child left behind, where every child is reached and every child is given that same opportunity regardless of the resources that they have. I want every child to feel love, and I want every child to grow in not only their education but in who they are as individuals and who they are as people. I think that's one thing that people kind of miss out, is that, you know, we're supposed to teach these children, teach them how to read, how to write, how to do math, how to calculate different things, how to use science, you know, about the weather, but they kind of forget about that these students do grow up to become adults. And I think that teaching a child manners and just respect for people in general is just as important as teaching them how to add. I hope that my classroom is a place filled with just joy and just learning, but the kind of learning that you want to have fun with, the kind of learning that you want to go back and do over and over again, because it doesn't feel like you're learning, it feels like you're having fun and enjoying what you're doing. So yeah, that's just kind of my teaching beliefs and how I hope my classroom is to every child one day. Okay, now we're going to move into parts of this course that I really enjoyed and I really feel like I benefited from. The top 3 things that activities I guess we did in the course that I really feel like kind of helped me grow as a teacher is the Smartboard activity, the Google Classroom activity, and the Makerspace activity. The Smartboard activity taught me a lot about Smart. So this is the title page of my Smartboard activity. This kind of shows the standards of what was trying to be met. This page we would read the directions as a class, and then the students would be allowed to go up and fill out the bar graph based on the data we took. So we would kind of take a vote as a class, and then each student would have the opportunity to go up to the front and fill out the number based on the data we took for the class. And they would just have this opportunity to do this for dogs, cats, sharks, and the elephants. I feel like this Smartboard activity is important because it gives students the time to go to the front and learn and, you know, show what they've done in the classroom. Without this activity, I don't feel like I would be as prepared for using Smartboards in the classroom as I would, and I feel like this is very beneficial for all teachers because without it, we wouldn't know how to use the Smartboard. So this next thing is my Google Classroom. I think it's important because it gives students a place to go, and it allows me to give informal feedback while the student is doing the work, and I think this is very important for students to have this while they're working.
Makerspace activity. Here's just a clip from it of me showing what the students will be making in their Makerspace. And these are really good in a classroom because it gives that chance for visual and auditory learners, but mostly for hands-on learners who really don't get that much hands-on learning in other aspects of the classroom.
Now we're going to talk about the Pinterest board I made. So that first thing you see is like a behavior chart, and they have pins so that the students can move them based on how well they're behaving. That second thing would be like a notes page, and I would make that in front of the classroom so that in their binders, in their notebooks, the students know what they're making. As you can tell, there's a bunch of different worksheets. I would use it as more of like a informal assessment. I wouldn't necessarily use them as tests, just kind of like for practice for the students. You'll see another thing is like an organization thing. I feel like organization is very important in classrooms because it gets rid of all the unnecessary distractions and unnecessary confusion in students. The next thing all the way to the right, that is a like behavior review kind of thing. So the student would get those based on how well they're behaving, and I think it's very good to reward students for how well they behave, not just tear them down for how bad they behave. This you see like the Dropbox. I think that's important for students to be able to give feedback for the teacher. You'll also see that noun type thing in the corner. That is like a worksheet or the notes page that the students would take as well. And then lastly, there is a memory book that would be very important for the kids as well as their parents to see their progress prepare me to be a teacher. I feel like this course really was very beneficial for me because I'm not very tech savvy, and this course kind of made me be tech savvy because it made me explore things like Kahoot and find websites that have things that I can use in my classroom for free, no charge. So I really feel like this course helped me grow as a teacher because it made me do things that otherwise I wouldn't have done. This course I would not know near the stuff I know about technology and how to use it in the classroom. So yeah, that's kind of my video, and I hope you all enjoyed it, and see you soon.